Hello friends, and thanks for joining me again on the Emmyville Railroad. This video is on some updates on the layout and locomotives. We had a very cold winter, but it was not a very snowy one. We only had about 4 or 5 plowable snows. So we got an early start on working on the railroad outside. One of the main goals I wanted to accomplish right off the bat was to eliminate the S-curve that was here on the main line. Number 9 had a real hard time navigating it due to the length of its frame, and also Ruby, even though it's an 040 and tracks well, it doesn't have the lead truck to take away some of that momentum going through the curve. So if it had a good head of speed, it would derail there too. So we eliminated that, and Emma's seen here oiling the train before departure, and we did a test run to check out the new alignment of the new straight main line. Watch out! Another thing I wanted to accomplish was the elimination of the siding. The siding, for some reason, faces a constant prevailing wind in my yard. And whenever we get any sort of gusts, it was always knocking cars over onto the main line, or even worse, onto the ground. Also, it just didn't function very well. I wanted something that I could have a track near the station for some scenes of loading cars or something else, and to add more interest on the layout. I also, over the winter, had bought a bridge at a train show. So I thought about what I was going to do for rearranging the siding. And I decided to start digging, and I actually excavated out a area of dirt coming off the switch and coming out next to the siding. The station. And this provided an area that I could load cars and store cars. And also it provided a nice little cut for photography purposes. And I also added this nice little bridge and added some ballast. Just on the previous picture, I used chicken grit for my ballast. I get it at the local Accu store. I think the siding looks a little bit better now, where it's just a straight shot through the middle of the layout, and provides some interest in photo backdrops. And as I said, because there's a cut through a little hill there and near the tree, it makes photography nice because you don't see the cars just stacked up on the other side of the track when you do videos. Here I am just about to add ballast to the main line. I also went inside and worked on number 9. Ever since I reversed the admission, I've never been happy with the valve settings on this locomotive. So I copied my very well-running Ruby's valve settings and added them to this. I decided to abandon the articles and the manuals and just did it myself. I also increased the boiler pressure, or the safety pressure, from 40 psi to 60 psi inside number 9. The higher pressure means more operational flexibility. I also adjusted the burner. I've had constant burner issues with this locomotive, and after 2 different nozzles and playing around, I finally got a steady, consistent flame that doesn't pop off. One of my other things with this locomotive, in addition to the valve timing and test running, was to add mesh to the burner, but I found that it didn't do anything and just made the locomotive very difficult to run. Here we see it on the bench doing a test after I got all those issues solved, and then we took it outside for its first test run. I took advantage of this nice 70-degree day in March and brought both locomotives outside. The new siding worked out very, very well and made some interesting photos, as well as the opportunity to put a locomotive near the station and not have it on the main line. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit subscribe and click that little notification bell and click that thumbs up. Have a good day.